Welcome to Coverage and Clarity with Jacques, the podcast where we break down protection, planning, and peace of mind so you can make confident decisions for the people who matter most.
Welcome to Coverage and Clarity with Jacques. This is where we slow things down, remove the confusion, and focus on what truly matters, protecting the people you love with confidence and understanding. Today I want to share with you about the truth about the no-exam life insurance. Is it right for you? Over the last 28 years, I've been helping families find peace of mind. Today we're tackling a question that I get almost every day. Do I really have to let a stranger come to my house and take my blood just to get a life insurance policy? Here's the problem. The thought of getting a medical exam to obtain life insurance have kept so many people from getting the protection that they truly need. But the truth is, no exam life insurance has changed the industry game. Today I'm going to break down for you what it actually is, the catch you need to know about, and more importantly, is it a right fit for you? So what exactly is a no-exam life insurance? This is often called simplified issued or guaranteed issued coverage. This is how it works. Instead of a physical exam, companies use what's called a digital underwriting. What they look at are the reports such as the MIB, which is referred to as the Medical Information Bureau. This is a data sharing service that's used by life insurance companies to detect any frauds and risk assessment. So it includes everything from your prescription history in real time. What many companies also use is what's called a Milliman report. This is often considered to be the industry standard. It provides instant decisions, electronic prescription histories for all individuals. Now, with these tools, it's critical for insurers to detect undisclosed conditions and ensure an accurate risk evaluation. Now, often, I can't tell you approve while we're still on the Zoom or right on the phone. So this is how quickly you get results back. Now, here are the comparisons between fully underwritten and no exam life insurance. Now, with traditional policies, approvals can take weeks to get lab results back. Now, this is even before beginning the process. So with this, there are pros and cons, also called the catch. Now, what are the pros? Speed. Approval happens in minutes, not weeks. Another pro is the privacy. No needles, no scales, no house calls, no medical intervention at all. Accessibility. Great for those who manage health conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure who might fear the physical exam of a paramed. Now, here's the catch, the cost. Because insurance companies are taking on a bit more risk by not seeing you in person, the premiums can be slightly higher than fully medically tested policies. So what does this mean to you? A policy could often have a cap on the total benefit. So example, 50,000 or 100,000. Now, for many people, this is enough for them, so there's not a problem. But if you want to have coverage of more than 100,000, you normally need to have a medical procedure done known by a paramed doctor. So the ideal candidate for this, if you're a busy professional who values your time or have a few health issues, what we call speed bumps in the past, and you want a dignified, private way to get covered, this is likely your best bet. When you should wait. If you are tip-top shape and looking for $1 million policy, then a traditional exam might save you more money in the long run. So let's talk about the speed humps that I mentioned before. I see so many people stop their applications because they have type 2 diabetes or they're taking something for high blood pressure. Now, in their minds, they believe they'll never be approved without a medical checkup. Well, the truth is the exact opposite. When a technician comes to your home for the traditional exam, they're catching a snapshot of your health for that particular day. If your stress is high or you didn't get enough sleep, those numbers might look worse than they really are. Now, here's the benefit. With no exam insurance, they look at your long-term history, how you've been managing things over time, if you're following your doctor's leads and keeping things stable. Now, these speed bumps don't have to be roadblocks. It's about consistency. It's not just about one test result. Now, here's the pros and the catch. These are for people who choose the no exam policies. One, for speed and instant decision. In today's world, people do not want to wait 4 to 6 weeks for lab techs to visit their home and then wait even longer for the results. For many of the A-rated carriers that I work with, the decision is nearly instantaneous. I can offer you an approval right while we're still on the phone or still on a Zoom call going through everything together. Now, so far, if you find this advice helpful and would like to inquire more about coverage, call or text the studio at 631 594 8118. That's 631 594 8118. Now let's continue. Privacy and dignity. Avoid the pop in from a medical examiner. Here's a matter of comfort. Many people feel poked and prodded by traditional insurance. A no exam insurance policy respects their privacy and their home. Now, the speed bump advantage is not just for the perfectly healthy. Here's my point from a previous broadcast that I did. You don't need to have perfect health for life insurance. I mentioned that managing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes is often perfectly acceptable for these policies. But a paramedic exam might flag a minor day-off fluctuation. That could hurt your application. Now, what to watch out for? Well, the cost and convenience. You sometimes pay a little more for the insurance companies by taking a blind risk. Blind risk meaning they don't check everything currently in terms of your blood and urine as some carriers do for their coverage. This insurance company is essentially taking your word and the digital records for what it is in there. So they charge a small convenience fee in the form of a slightly higher premium. Now, for many, the $5 or $10 difference per month is worth the lack of the hassle. Now, the no coverage ceiling. With the no exam policies, they aren't usually for $1 million policy payouts. Now, these are typically for your final expense or simplified issue policies. If someone's looking for a legacy building 500,000 plus policy, you might still need to get that exam to get the best rate in the high coverage amounts. Now, we all have a digital footprint. No exam doesn't mean no questions. Every company still looks at your MIB, your Medical Information Bureau, and your Milliman prescription history. They will find out if a client is being honest, even without a blood test. So for that busy professional and the caregiver, if you're working 40 plus hours a week or don't have a primary care for your parents or kids, you don't have time to coordinate a medical appointment and wait weeks for an answer. What you need is clarity now, so you can get what matters when the time comes, which is immediately. For you, the speed of a no exam policy is the right choice. For those privacy seekers, not everyone wants a medical exam done in their living room. If the idea of a stranger coming to your home to take blood or measurements feel evasive, you aren't alone. Now, this path is for the person who values their privacy and wants a dignified experience from start to finish. Now, for the legacy builder, this is when you choose the exam. Now, be honest about yourself when a no exam is the best fit for you. I always want to be straight with you. If you're in peak physical health and you're looking for a massive multi-million-dollar policy to leave a huge legacy behind, then taking the exam might be worth it. It could save you a significant amount of premiums over 20 or even 30 years. Now, my job is to tell you the truth. Even if it means a little more work for both you and me. Now, for the immediate savings strategy, locking today's rates is often cheaper than waiting for the perfect health. Now, many people say, I'll wait to lose 10 pounds or get my cholesterol down so I can get a better rate on a medical policy. Financially, that could be a mistake. Now, every day you wait, you're getting older. The insurance rates rise with age. By locking a no exam policy now, you're often saving more over the life of the policy than you would by waiting months for that perfect lab result, which may never come. Now, everything has an opportunity cost. Now, here's the opportunity cost of waiting. Protecting your family's savings from sudden loss. Now, think about the math. If you spend 30 days waiting for an exam, and a lab report and something happens during that month, your family has $0 in protection. The savings of a slightly lower premiums aren't worth the 50,000, 100,000, or even $1 million risk of being uncovered during that period. Now, no exam insurance is about financial defense, getting the shield up immediately. So avoid the hidden costs of medical exams. Now, traditional exams for life insurance can lead to ratings, which means you'll have a higher premium. Here's a basic financial secret. Traditional exams can sometimes backfire on you. If the lab test finds one unexpected blip in your blood work, the insurance company may rate your policy. That could double or even triple your premium. With a no exam policy, the insurance carrier is working with known managed history. This is the way to stabilize your costs and avoid those expensive surprises that can happen during a physical exam. Now, here's the legacy math when to choose the exam. Compare the long-term premium savings versus initial inconvenience. Now, let's look at the other side. If you're looking for $1 million policy and you're in great health, that exam may save you $40 a month. Over 20 years, that's nearly $10,000 in your pocket. Now, as your advisor, I'll always do the math with you. If the long-term savings outweigh the convenience, I will tell that to you. For individuals looking for final expense or mortgage protection, no exam route is the most cost-effective way to go to get protected today. Now, here's the final check, which I call a sleep test. Ask yourself, will having this coverage tonight help me sleep better? Or will waiting a month, potentially getting a lower rate, make me feel better? Now, if the answer is yes, then the no exam method is exactly where you need to be. Now, remember, the no exam policies are often the most straightforward way to fund those funeral and burial needs without the complexity of a full medical review. So, what's been holding you back from applying? Has it been the time? Any health questions that you're afraid of? Or the medical exam itself? Now remember, the best policy is the one that's in place today when your family needs it most. Don't let fear of a paramedic exam leave you and your loved ones to have to go to a GoFundMe instead of leaving a legacy for them. Here's what I want you to remember. Life insurance isn't about fear. It's about foresight. It's about making thoughtful decisions today that could bring peace of mind tomorrow. Now that's why we focus here at Coverage and Clarity with Jacques. Education, understanding, and protection that you could trust. Now, if you found value in this message, share it with someone you care about. And if you're unsure whether your current coverage truly fits your life, I'm here to help every step of the way. Now, remember, I provide coverage to clients nationwide. So to contact me, call the studio or text us at 631 594 8118. Once again, that's 631 594 8118. Now, this is Coverage and Clarity with Jacques, where protection meets understanding. Until next time.